nays in because the House of Assembly, they are on whatever that they usually go on, so they are not in session right now. In fact, they've moved it in further. So we're going to discuss what they talked about sometime in July or so, and that is a conversation that I think that we shouldn't be carried away when the media brings up a conversation and then you start talking about this topic all over the news and everything. And afterwards, another news will pop up and then everybody moves on. Everybody forgets about that very vital conversation that we were just having just yesterday. We all just will forget about that one, then we'll move on to another thing. What am I talking about? Some months ago, the House of Reps, some lawmakers there, they put out a proposition. They're saying that we should have a rotational presidency of 6 years single term. So they put out this bill seeking a single term of 6 years for the president and state governors. This was done by about 35 members of the House of Representatives. Now, this bill also moved a lot of motions. They said that there should be rotation of presidency among the six geopolitical zones. They first said the six geopolitical zones must be recognized by the Constitution of the Federal Republic first. There must be constitutional backing that we now have six political zones. Afterwards, the presidency should be rotated among these six zones. 6 years single tenure per zone. Now, these 35 lawmakers, they call themselves reformed-minded legislators. They says this proposition that they are putting forward will lead to a reduction in the cost of governance. Please, okay, get pen, because I am going to come to you and I will ask you. All in favor say aye. All in favor say nay. Ayes and nay. There you go. So please put down these things that they said single 6 year tenure will address. They said it will lead to a reduction in cost of governance. It will address all agitation. It would make governance easier. It will bring about seamless development in the entire country. They said that they are proposing constitutional alteration to provide for this rotational presidency in the country among the six political zones to ensure equal representation and to also reduce the desperation of themselves, because I know that we people, we are not that desperate to be president, right? So desperation on their own part, because they know that when they get desperate within themselves, when they get desperate, they themselves raise tension in the polity. They themselves increase the fault lines, the tempo of our fault lines. They are responsible. So they're saying that if we have 6 single year tenure, all of these would be addressed. They're saying that they want to first propose the amendment to Section 3 to provide the official recognition of the division of Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones. They also want to amend the constitution to provide for a single tenure of 6 years for the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm reading. And the state governors. They said this will bring about a reduction in government spending and wastage, promote efficiency in governance, the national stability by providing a single term of 6 years for the president and governors. Lagos, all in favor, say aye. All in favor, or those that are against, say nay. 0201 2770 993 0201 465 7190. Is this a conversation to be had for you? Are you okay with 2 terms, 4 year term, 2 terms? Are you okay with that already? Is anything broken? Do we need to fix what's broken? Is a broken part of our democracy term? or the people themselves? Like they have proposed here, will this stop wastage? Will it promote efficiency? Or rather, it will increase desperation? It will increase wastage? It will increase flamboyance? Whatever it is that you feel it will increase, let's hear it. Whatever you feel that this would curb or stop or improve on, let's hear it as well. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. Lagos, please. You've got 60 seconds. You know, we've got like less than an hour here. So let's make it very quick and straight to the point. Good evening to you. That call is dropped, so I'm going to drop this one and take another one. Nigeria info. Good evening to you.
Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, please. Good evening to you.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Robert.
You're welcome, Mr. Robert.
You said 6 years. To me, I would have said 4 years old. The reason is that, you see, most of these our leaders, they only work for 4 years now. The remaining 4 years is for jamboree.
So the funny thing is, they don't even work for 4 years, because the first year and a half they are in court trying to find out if they are the true winners of an election or not. Then the last 6 months of the second year, maybe that's when they would try and do something. You see, the last 2 years is preparation for the next election.
Okay, the question you are asking now, whether I support 8 years or 6 years, right? Is that not what
8 years or 6 years, yes. Two terms of 4 year each, or 4 years each, making 8 years, or single term of 6 years.
She should give me that condition of 6 or 8. I will say 6, but for me, I will have said 4. Because it is too much.
They should do one term and go and never return.
What are they returning for, Sheriff? You see, let me tell you, these people, you made them go there, is to build roads and bridges. Bridges and roads are not development. Yes, they are normal
normal things that you expect them to do, yes.
Now, if you go to America today, Trump cannot use roads to campaign.
Well,
I'm going to build
who will listen to him now?
Electricity.
Who will listen to him?
Huh?
Nobody will listen to him now. Not true now.
Let me drop, Jerry.
All right, thanks for calling. Nigeria Info, good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes,
this is Ms. calling from Quadry.
Welcome.
Why do I sense this plan, these people are trying to reform as a poison laced with honey?
Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more.
Honestly, it is just a self-centered, egocentric kind of plan they are trying to impose on us. Mr. Sheriff, if possible, do 2 terms and go. I dash them even 4 terms. Just do it and just go. Mr. Sheriff, if they do that 6 terms, see, what they are trying to introduce now, there will be this power grabbing, smashing, this.
It will increase desperation, Abby.
On a roller coaster, on a control level. See, does it change? When you put new wine into old bottles, does it change anything?
It doesn't, though, from my experience.
People are deformed, unreformed, and so you expect something new, something good to come out of these decayed ones that has moral decadence inside of them. I beg to differ, please. They should not even tamper with what we have. Rather, they should change the constitution to favor the poor man. They should change the laws, the bills, and everything to favor the average masses. This thing they are planning, see, I tell you, if nobody has carried this level, so I beg go, we will resist it with every fiber of our being.
Right.
Thank you and God bless you.
Bless you too. Thank you for calling me. As I always say, don't just have a conversation and move on. We are here to remind you of those vital conversations that you've had in the past, and then everybody just moved on. This is one important, very, very integral part of our national lives that we can't even overlook. We can't even forget talking about it. Whether it will increase aspiration or not is another conversation entirely. Whether it will make Nigeria better is another. But what do you want? Because invariably, you are going to be the people that will go to the polls to go and vote these people. Either we're going to retain the status quo, or we're going to shift swiftly to a 6 year, single term of 6 years. That's all up to you. But they've started the conversation. I see no reason why we shouldn't help them continue the conversation and let them know exactly our position as a people. Let's keep talking. Good evening to you.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Sheriff.
Sir?
My name is Anole.
Welcome, sir.
Okay. You see, you people have been doing a great job since all the years we have been listening to this radio station. Now, sometimes I just get fed up coming up in the morning listening to Kofi Badis with all the improvement they want to put us in this trouble, and I still causing more. Like somebody say, they are just doing what they like. The poor people are the ones suffering from everything they decide. Whether they choose 6 years or they choose 4 years.
No. See, Onome, let's not say whether they choose. We should be the one to tell them what we want. It is not in their place. The decision, the decision doesn't rest with them.
How many? Like I said from the start of what I said, this radio station have been doing wonderfully well, informing Nigeria, just like the name Nigeria Info, informing Nigeria.
That's a job.
But we can only voice out of what we want, but they will decide what they want.
Okay, thank you. You sounded like you've given up already. And that just reminded me of where I was today and what I said there, right? Okay. I'm going to take this message very quickly now. And it says, Sheriff, nothing will change. Is it not the same set of people that will run the system? They have a reason for going there, which makes them not to see anything else. Those who believe it's their birthright to rule forever will not agree. A bad tree can never produce any good fruit. I hear you. Good evening to you. That call is gone, so let's hang up and take another one. Nigeria Info, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Sharif.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Monday from Lake.
Welcome, Monday. Welcome.
For me, if the 6 years time will be okay, but it will take another 36 years to get to another zone, another geopolitical zone.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't they just put it to people and suggest? We should just suggest a president, then like 6 vice presidents for the regional, for the geopolitical zone. Someone representing each geopolitical zone.
And let them organize their elections the way they want to.
Yes. Yes. Then the president, we have 3 tribes before, so we can make the president the 3 tribes under the 3 tribes. Then we make the 6 geopolitical zones bring their representative as vice. Then they control their geopolitical zone. And everybody should manage resources. Then give back to the federal, not federal dictating for them. That's what I think.
Okay.
For 6 years, it's still the same thing. You still fall into the same thing. How long?
The same issues. All right. Thank you for calling me. Appreciate it. He says, instead of going for 6 years, single term, why don't we just look at the constitution critically and make it a regional government system that we practiced in the past? Maybe that is what will, bail us out of this quagmire that we've been in for so long. Okay, I hear you. But so this also raises another question. Who did the lawmakers, these 35 lawmakers, who did they consult before they came up with this proposition? Did they go to their constituents? Did their constituents tell them what they wanted before they went to their own House of Reps, the National Assembly, to go and tender this proposition? That's another question. And if you want to know these lawmakers, you can know them because the information is right there. If you go online, you search for it, you get the information. If your lawmaker is among, then you call your lawmaker and ask him. We need to be active as a people. We need to be involved as a people, no matter how bad we think these our representatives are. Your docility will make them worse because you're not putting them on their toes. You're not asking questions. And trust me, you do have that power to ask them the questions. All those inconvenient, very...
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon to you, or good evening. Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening, Godman. Yes.
Welcome, Godman. Let's talk, please.
I think this is needless. Totally uncalled for, just like the national anthem, whatever the dot for.
Okay.
Change of national. Yeah, I think this is interesting. And I think, for example, if you say, okay, 6 years, if you have a 4-year term and you didn't do well, it's easy for people to say, no, we don't want you, and get you off. But when you have 6 years, 6 years is long enough. Look at what we're going through now. Many people are like, so we'll stay till 4 years. 4 years is long enough. Then you now think of 6 years of this suffering that people are going through. This health. So I think it needs, like that other caller said, what needs to be done? Our constitution is very faulty. There needs to be a reform on that constitution.
Okay.
That constitution needs to be reformed. And then when you say most of the lawmakers, they don't even stay around here. Most of them in Abuja.
They have constituency offices now. They do.
But how many of them really, you understand what I mean now? They're not really around. You can't really access them. The moment they get there, it's like, even if you call, they don't make themselves invisible. So that's the problem we have.
I know.
Yeah. So the constitution, to me, it's what they should major on. There needs to be a reform on that constitution critically.
Ironically, it's from the constitution they are talking about now, because they've already started the constitution amendment. So this is what they want to amend now, and they've told you people, and everybody is quiet. Do you understand, Godman? Everybody is quiet. They've told us since 2 months or 3 months ago.
Nigerians, please resist this one. If you don't resist anything, resist this one. Wake up, please. Thank you.
You will just wake up. Godman, thanks for calling. You just wake up one day and say the bill has passed through second reading. Samuel on YouTube says, we're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, by the way. You can watch live on Facebook and YouTube. Samuel says, I beg to differ on 6 years single term. Let it be 4 years, and we shouldn't go back to the regional form of government. Or we should. Someone said we should go back to the regional form of government. That's Samuel Arije, who dropped that on our live stream on YouTube. Let me quickly take this message. I'll come to telephone lines right now. Nehemiah says, I am pro and con. I am 3 years for. So I don't understand your message, Nehemiah. Please help me. Help me small. Please resend. Help me small. Shola from Owe says, the only cost that the 6-year tenure will save is cost of election. So if they want to reduce cost, they should reduce the number of the members and charges to to unilateral rather than the existing bicameral. Okay. All right. Thank you, Shola. You're saying that we should reduce the number of the National Assembly members, right? Okay. Let me quickly take one more. After this, then I will come back to the telephone. Do I have time? I think I take one more call. Okay, you know what? Let's take one more call. I think it's safer that way. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. This is Dave from Alabama.
Dave, welcome.
Hello.
We can hear you. Please go on, please.
For me, I think it feels a good bill. Yeah. Even though it's more of sentiment. But I think it's much more, to reduce this sentiment. So, for example, I can't remember the last time we had any president from the northeast or from the southeast.
Okay.
I'm just using that for example.
I hear you.
A good deal. But then, and also reduce tension. Just one time and you are living, not you spend most of your time trying to run for re-election. Also, I don't think it's going to cause any cost of governance, too.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think it's causing cost.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. He says, look, it's good for us to have compulsory rotational presidency, because that means that every geopolitical zone will have their time, at least every 30 years, right? So if you have your 6 years now, it's in another 30 years. After 30 years that you have another 6 years, which is good. Everybody. So it means that. So how about we localize the desperation now for each zone? It means that the desperation of politicians of each zone will now be heightened, because they know that if they miss this chance, it means that they'll probably be dead by the time it gets back to their zone next time. So that heightens their desperation in their respective zones. But can we help politicians with desperation? No, you can't help them, because it's all about their interest. So they will always be desperate, no matter the policy that you bring forth. they will always be desperate. You can't help that. Well, let's look at this proposition very, very critically, objectively, and see whether it's good for our democracy. The 4 years term, 4 years, one term that we have, I mean, face it. A governor gets elected, he lingers for about a year, trying to wonder if he's going to be left in office to do his job or thrown out by the court. I mean, we practically end our electioneering process in the courtrooms. It's time for a quick break, Lagos. Stay here on A's and Nays. Like Marianne.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra. Malaria, go away. Charlatan, not you away. 3 days is all it takes for us to get back to play.
Charlatan Quality Anti-Malaria contains Artemisa and lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Charlatan is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Charlatan from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Oh, why is the water still leaking? And how do I find a plumber around here now?
You are seriously worrying yourself?
Are you going to do the plumbing work for me?
Nah, with Workman, I don't have to do guesswork. You can get reliable plumbers around you in minutes. Download the Workman app today from your Play Store or iOS and get service providers help you get what you need done, ranging from hairdresser, plumber, electrician, carpenter, bricklayer, mechanic, and others.
You don't mean it.
See, I just requested for a plumber for you. He should be here soon.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank Workman. To find Workman app, just type WRKman on your Play Store and you will see. Download Workman now and get a discount of 3,000 Naira on your first use with the promo code RADIO. Need help? Get help. Get help.
You define better odd. I be you one play cause over 1.5. I be you one bet say both team no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chabrata. You know they for bet baba. We win money, bet baba. Cash out today easy or bet baba. We get online games for you to play. Oh God, all I want. Yeah, we get better bonus. I give me no. Now bet baba day. Cash out, no sharp. Oh darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Attention, Airtel customers. If your line has been blocked, then this is for you. Head to the nearest Airtel shop with your NIN. Our friendly staff will help you get your line back up and running. Don't let a blocked line keep you out of touch.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Why do we love stories? Is it because we see ourselves reflected in the different characters? Or is it the unimagined worlds we may never be in, but can experience for an hour or more? So intriguing that it leaves us spellbound. Is it the thrill, the tears, the emotions, the fears? Or is it just because we love the stories we've never felt before?
Find the stories you love on Netflix with plans starting from 2,200 Naira.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Creamer.
And where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Creamer.
If not tea, or garita.
Kivo Creamer. Kivo Creamer.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That That's now why anytime where they cook like this, I dey always season them with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatasheo, shombo, onions. No one where I know they put. Now he make my pikin them, they always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You summer all your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with no cubes for that ubonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Price of everything in the country just keeps going up.
That's not completely true because the Samsung Blue Tax sale is here again. Simply walk into any accredited Samsung store, buy your Galaxy Z Fold 6, or you could trade in your old device and get your free double-door refrigerator that comes with 20 years warranty, digital inverter with voltage control and all-round cooling for maximum freshness. That's not all. There are discounts on the Samsung Galaxy A55, A15, and A05 series. As much as 70K off these devices. Offer starts from August 19th while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
Everything surely comes to an end. That dinner, that mushy movie, even that long traffic. But there's one thing that doesn't. Enjoy truly unlimited data with Airtel Unlimited Speed-Based Plans. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir?
Sonia Tomato in a new standard pouch.
The Battle of the Minds returns this November. Brace yourselves for the most intense intellectual face-off of the year. I Beg to Differ is back with Season 8. And this time, the stakes have never been higher. This November, Nigeria's sharpest young debaters will converge on Nigeria Info Studios, armed with nothing but their words, wit, and real power.
That's the power of peer pressure, and it's a force we all reckon with as teenagers.
When the government has access to our personal data, it can be abused.
With the nation listening, these students will tackle controversial topics.
With the laid down rules and principles of society. The opposition team comes up here accusing censorship of violating free speech.
Challenge the status quo and defend their positions with relentless passion.
Like you said, it's related to only immediate relief and not long-term relief, which is why we say bring up censorship and then we are here to protect the masses.
And yet, this is considered productive enough to feed 120 million Nigerians. I beg to differ.
Lagos, are you ready for I Beg to Differ Season 8? For sponsorship, please call Lanre 0706 827 1163 or Shola on 0907 173 3835. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it still is the season of giving. So says oneplay.ng. That is why they want you to dial the code *347 *880 *3#. Yes, if you want our money, dial that code. Or you could go to the website at www.oneplay.ng, as in one, the number one, PLAY.ng. Once you get there, select Nigeria Info as your station, and just like that, your ticket will be in the draws. Of course, you have to commit the paltry sum of 500 naira to each ticket. Now, you can play as many times as possible to give yourself a bigger chance of winning. And remember that your chances of winning are pretty much the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or you use the code *347 *880 *3#. Now, remember that at the end of the week, there's going to be a 500,000 naira jackpot. I know it's mind-blowing. You can't beat that. You definitely can't beat that. So your qualifying for that is dependent on you playing the game during the week. What am I trying to say? I am saying when you dial *347 *880 *3# from your phone or go to the website at oneplay.ng to play the one play game every day, you automatically qualify for the jackpot that comes at the end of the week on Friday. Yes, it's announced on Friday. That said, ladies and gentlemen, play responsibly. Make sure you are playing with only what you can afford. And once you play, make sure you keep your phone very close, because that lucky call could be coming in at any time. Yes, at any time.
Wompley is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Keep playing, keep winning, and keep smiling to the bank.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts.
Welcome back to Hard Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3. It's Eyes and Nays here on Hard Facts every Thursday from 5 to 6. We take a look at the actions, activities, progress, or the otherwise. What's happening in the National Assembly, both the Senate and the House of Representatives. Next week on Eyes and Nays, we'll be looking at what, some analysts have tagged commercialization of bills. This 10th Assembly, by the way, they have entertained a much more bigger number of bills than the 9th Assembly, only that over half of the bills entertained in the National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, are from the 9th Assembly. So it's looking like there's some sort of recycling going on at the National Assembly. Over half of the bills entertained in the last 12 months in the National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, are from the 9th Assembly. So there are concerns from policy analysts that are we looking at, is this a situation of commercialization of bills? Are people being paid to bring forward their bills? If that's the case, then we are in trouble. If it's not the case, then we have a conversation right there. Why is the 10th National Assembly having half of the bills being presented during their own term from the 9th National Assembly? Well, that conversation, we're having it next week, 5 p.m. with my guys at Order Paper. So they will be joining me to have that conversation. In the meantime, today, we're still doing Ayes and Nays, definitely. And all in favor of aye, let's know if you are for the National Assembly that's proposing 6-year single term for the presidential office and the governorship offices across the country, across states, right? For the governors, for presidential office, for the would-be president, or you are okay the way it is. And part of the recommendations, part of the propositions being put forward by some of these lawmakers is that the rotational presidency will be compulsory. I don't know how they will decide to arrange it, I don't know, but it will be compulsory. So the 6 geopolitical zones would have to rotate the seat amongst themselves. That's their proposition. Like I said earlier, they put forward this proposition. We heard it, we talked about it, and we've moved on. Should we though? Okay, let's start with the messages now. If you'd like to call in and tell me whether you are all for aye or you are all for nay, feel free to call the numbers 0201 2770 993, 0201 465 7190. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch and also share your thought on this conversation. Your thought is very, very valuable to us. Would like to hear from you. Let's start with this message here on WhatsApp. Ted is in Igondo. Ted says the only thing that can be saved is INEC spending. Nothing else is good about 6-year tenure. That's Ted from Igondo who dropped that message on WhatsApp. We've got another one here that says, I refuse the 6 years they are proposing vehemently. Does it mean that the 4 years can't be enough? I believe that someone coming in for a position that is 4 years should have planned what he would likely achieve in each year of the 4 years. After the completion of his or her tenure, should leave honorably because you can't do everything. Let someone else come and continue from where he or she stopped. No name attached to this message, but I'm grateful. Bora is in Moe, and Bora says, I disagree. Nay. Rotational presidency among 6 geopolitical zones goes against all democratic tenets and will expose us to the risk of having a totally unsuitable person assuming office simply because he is the best in his region can offer. A country this big and diverse as Nigeria cannot be run on such primordial basis. It's simple matter, beg. As Bora, thank you for sharing. I'll go to the telephone lines after this message here. It says this 6 years issue isn't even the solution because the country was forcefully joined together by the northerners with the help of the British to milk other regions of the country. The solution is let the country split, which I know will happen soon. We all see what will happen. We all see what would happen soon. You're saying we will all, that's what you, okay. We all will see what would happen soon. Yeah. No name attached to that, but thank you for sharing your thought. I'm gonna head back telephone now. Let's get some thoughts in, huh? Shall we? Please turn off your radio. It's very important. Good evening to you. Good evening. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, I think we can hang up. Let's take another call. Please do try call me back if you can hear me. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Stephen.
Stephen, welcome.
I'm calling from Yaba.
Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much. This proposition, I think they are trying to fix up this country. See, we are in a 4 years of 2 tenures. We haven't even gotten to a 2 years. We are in this kind of fire. The most important thing is for us to get the right person in the right place. That is the most important thing because the people that are here now, they are still desperate to be in power. Now we see their desperation. Their desperation in the sense whereby you see when you call somebody is contesting. When you call him for a debate, come and answer, to come and give Nigeria what he wants to do for Nigeria.
Yeah.
They will be shying away from coming for a debate. Whereby, look at America now. They did their debate. The Britain called them in Chatham House to come to the Chatham House to do their debate. But in our own, they will now dictate to us. They will now call our people to come to the Chatham House, where our people devote a question to somebody to answer. Anyway, we are in a blue. That is the blue thing that we are into now. So the most important thing is for us to get efficient somebody who will rule this country because we are here to get it.
Okay.
We are having people desperation.
The single term or double terms will not help.
The single term, be it single term or double term, the most important thing is once to get the right person.
The right person.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thought. Appreciate it. Good evening to you. That call is gone, so let me hang up and take another one. Nigeria Info. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Oga Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Ugo Chuku from Ekbaja.
Well, you're welcome. Let's talk, please.
Okay. Oga Sheriff. These people, well, I can't say otherwise. But that is not supposed to be the issue. What's supposed to be the issue, the bill they're supposed to be bringing is have to make sure that our electoral law is intact, that an annexed chairman will tell us the way to go, and we will follow that way. If he deviates from that way, this is the punishment. And not, he will tell us, oh, we are going to Oyibo, only to make sure that his right person has moved on.
Okay, Chiku. Because of time, what I want to hear from you is the single term of 6 years. Aye or nay?
I'm not with any.
You are not what? Okay, Chiku. I can't hear you again. The network. Do try and call me back if you can, okay? I'd appreciate that. Let's take another call quickly. Hello? I can't hear you too. I'm going to take another one, huh? Do try and call me. I don't know what's going on with the network, but do try and call me back if you can. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, Shuri.
Good evening to you.
I'm Ezedun from Surulere.
Welcome. Talk to me.
Thank you very much. I stand for nay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You see, Sheriff, the people that crafted that 4 years tenure of 2 terms.
Yes.
Do you know why they did that?
Tell me now.
If you have a bad leader, a certified bad leader, 4 years will afford you the opportunity to vote him out and throw him out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have a good leader, a performing good leader, then after 4 years, you will give him another 4 years to perform.
Okay.
But if you have a bad leader and give him 6 years, Sheriff, inshallah, he go take your eye, see your ear.
But even
So,
then, do you think they would say the constitution would restrict anybody from impeaching such a bad leader?
You see, those people that are pushing it, they should put their power, their energy towards electoral reform. Okay?
But that
their energy they are exerting for 6 years single tenure. You see, brother.
What do you think they can do in the Electoral Act? What do you think they can change there? Give me an idea. That can produce a good person.
When you watch last election, Sheriff, a sport was spotted. Do you know the sport?
Tell me now. Tell me.
Transmission of results.
Electronic transmission of results.
Okay. Let us get that sorted. Once we get that sorted, that INEC, you must collect your results through electoral transmission of results.
Electronic transmission,
Let
yes.
us get that done on time.
Okay. With that, you feel that
solution.
you feel that rigging will be curbed with that.
Exactly. Once we get that sorted,
all right.
electoral transmission of results, Sheriff,
Inshallah, we are on our way home. Ashiri, we'll get it. Let me take some messages very quickly now. This 6 years isn't even this. Okay, I think I've taken this right. I think I have one here on Facebook that I want to take. Udo Chiku Excel on Facebook says, for me, it's a no-no because politicians will take advantage. How? Excel, how are they going to take advantage of it? I'd like for you to break it down for me, okay? If you can send a message again, please do. Simon said, they will not do anything meaningful anymore if this senseless bill is passed because the person there will not bother to do anything since he believes he doesn't have another chance. They will become a wholesome, wicked souls. He actually put wholesome there. Original one. Okay, let's go take another message. Dubem from the IBA says, you cannot have a good teeth in a rotten mouth. We are a reflection of our leaders. No matter how this National Assembly tries to amend the Constitution with which would only be for their personal gain. 6 years, 4 years, Nigeria will still not work. Let us have a people's constitution just like the national confab during GJ tenure. That's what Dubem says. Dubem, thank you for sharing. So I've got this one from Udeme. Udeme says, 6 years term could be helpful. 2 times 4 is 8 years, Abi. It's a problem of its own. Here are the breakdown of the 4-year term. In first 1 year, they try to settle down with electoral tribunal. In the second year, they tried establishing new projects as there is no continuity of government in Nigeria. In their third year, they tried to execute endless projects that will run into second term. In fourth year is election. So 1 time 6 years is the best. This is from Udeme. Udeme, thank you for sharing. I'm heading back to telephone now. Let's see who's here. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, good evening. Please go on. We can hear you. This is who? This is who? Are you with me? What's your name, please?
Okay. My contribution is that I'm saying no for the both sides of the this thing now concerning the presidency, whether 6 years or 8 years.
Okay.
My own suggestion should be 4 years tenure for anybody who comes in.
One single term of 4 years. You're saying one single tenure of 4 years. She's really angry. Calm down now. Good evening to you. Okay, that call has gone, so I'm going to hang up right now. Let me use the opportunity to take more messages very quickly. I've got some backlog here, and Kemi is on my neck, so let me take this one. No recommendation from these guys should be touched with a bean bowl. The hard reset is going back to the 1963 Constitution, parliamentary, regional resource control, regional policing, etc. Politicians have interest and should not be tolerated. If you're interested in the polity, let them make it easier to recall lawmakers and remove the term limits. General elections should be called in the parliament whenever the need arises due to bad performance by incumbent government. You're saying we should go the British way. Okay. I have another one here that says, interesting topic. I love it this way. 6 years is 6 years and out forever. They should also change that bill that when in power you can get away with everything and anything. Once you miss it, you miss forever. Okay, you mean immunity clause, right? Okay, I hear you. Kemi Alpha. Why are you tormenting me? You're tormenting me.
Well, that's because I have important information for Lagos. It's something they need to hear because they need to use it. They can't do without it.
Okay.
Yeah. Lagos introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance. I'm talking about Wazobia perfume. Okay, it's the correct scent. It's a unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, and it's now available in both perfume and body spray. It's designed for everyone. Oh, yes, you heard me right. Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women, and its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity, so you can unleash your confidence with every spray. If you're a retailer or you love to buy in bulk, well, we've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles, and the body spray is available in cartons of 48. If you're interested in making Wazobia perfume a part of your collection or store and you want to make carton purchases, well, you can send them an email at contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. That is contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Or you can just call the number 0201 33 00047 0201 33 00047. Okay, our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. If it's authentic, it's unisex, it's confident, then it's Wazobia.
Yeah, let's continue with our conversation. I've got loads of messages here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take 3 messages and I'll take 1 call because time is really not on our side, okay? Let's do it that way. These lawmakers are not representing the people. One of the constitution reforms we should start fighting for is the one of the representatives of different areas or states living in another place or states. Example, most of the governors of other states live in Lagos. A chairman of a local government living in another far local government. Any representative should live in the area he or she was voted for and not another area. Yeah, I think I agree with you. 100. I agree with you. So I've got this one that says, this is Taiwo Olunloyo from Lagos. Taiwo says, please don't forget that there is a part of this single term law that stipulated that the incumbent president or governor qualifies to contest for second term. Correct me if I'm wrong. No. It's single term. The proposition is single 6-year term. They cannot contest again. Yeah, they can't contest again. It's single 6-year term. That is what they are proposing. And it's also compulsory for the office to be rotated amongst the 6 geopolitical zones. First, they want to capture that 6 geopolitical zones in our constitution. They want to capture it first. Let the constitution recognize, then they will now move on to do this. But it's going to be one single 6-year term. Abu Gold from Ojo says, I love that question that you asked. If the senators consulted their constituency before taking this step, please, we don't need to cry over this issue. All we need is action. Let every ward chairman recall the senator representing the constituency or suspend them if they can't impeach the president, because why they are doing this is for president to love them more without them considering the masses. That's Abu Gold who put that forward. Abu Gold, thank you for sharing your thought. Oh, time. Let me see how many. Sorry, let me not take any calls again. I'm against 6 years. It will not solve anything. Our politicians will not allow free and fair election. That's Ayo who dropped the Ayo. Thank you. I have another one that says, I'm for the rotational presidency for the geopolitical zones, but for 2 terms of 3 years per term and reduction in the size of National Assembly. Nehemiah, thank you for resending your message. Now it's very, very clear. I appreciate that. I really do. I hope the 6-year tenure being proposed by National Assembly is not a ploy to keep Tinubu in power for 10 years. Larry, it could be anything, actually. Don't underestimate politicians, so it could be anything. That's why you shouldn't stop talking about this thing. I went to go and dig it up. I dug it from somewhere far. It's a very important conversation. Don't let anybody distract you people from having the necessary conversations. I have to go. I'm getting really emotional.
You can tell Lagos bye-bye now.
All right, Lagos, bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Enter the Onga Taste the Meat 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's